Since he is running for re-election after serving one term as president, Donald Trump's name has been everywhere. It turns out that there are other fascinating personalities in the Trump family besides him, despite the fact that he undoubtedly has a massive fan base. Following in his famous father's footsteps, Barron Trump has been a prominent figure in American politics for some time. However, it seems like there is a lot more to him than what most people are aware of just yet. The chance to meet Elon Musk in person actually presented itself to him. What does this imply for Barron, the young man? Donald Trump Jr., Wade's youngest son, Barron William Trump, is a former U.S. soldier. Melania Trump, the third wife of President Donald Trump, and the president were born on March 20, 2006. Donald Trump was 59 years old and Melania was 35 when he was born, so it was a bit of a surprise. From their nearly 20-year marriage, Barron is the sole offspring. Don Jr., Donald Trump's first son, is a good proxy for size. Differs from Barron by a full 29 years. Young Barron has had it pretty good for the most part. He was up in the posh Trump Tower in Manhattan, where he spent his formative years. As a child living in a penthouse, he had privileges that most kids could only dream of. He received his early education on the Upper West Side of Manhattan at the esteemed Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School. He had to rush to the White House to be with his family because Trump had already won the presidency by the time he finished. Thus, he persisted in his studies at St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, some 14 miles distant from the nation's capital. An important part of Barron's upbringing was at Potomac, Maryland's St. Andrew's Episcopal School. In the autumn of 2017, Barron started going to St. Andrews after his family moved to Washington, D.C., after Donald Trump was inaugurated as president. An esteemed private institution, St. Andrew's Episcopal School is well known for its challenging academic programs, welcoming environment, and focus on personal growth. Although many children of prominent politicians in Washington, D.C. attend Sidwell Friends School or Georgetown Day School, Barron's decision to attend St. Andrews was unusual. During a time of great personal change for Barron, St. Andrews offered a safe and supportive community. Barron, who was a first child adjusting to life in the nation's capital and the special demands of that role, probably benefited from the school's dedication to encouraging intellectual curiosity and its focus on personalized learning. He was able to avoid the intense public scrutiny that the children of sitting presidents often endure thanks to the school's strong support system and private nature. Barron was well protected from prying eyes by the school and its leadership. His safety in class and on school grounds is a top priority, so we're working with the Secret Service to make that happen. The approach taken by the administration highlights their dedication to creating a welcoming and safe space for all students, irrespective of their origins or family situations. St. Andrew's Episcopal School provided Barron Trump with a safe haven, a loving community, and an excellent education throughout his time in the nation's capital. The school's commitment to confidentiality and personalized instruction was crucial in assisting Barron in making sense of his extraordinary situation. Continuing on, he earned his high school diploma from West Palm Beach, Florida's Oxbridge Academy. With an emphasis on leadership development and interdisciplinary learning, Oxbridge Academy is a college preparatory school that serves students in grades 6 through 12. Following his father's departure from the White House, Barron enrolled at Oxbridge and graduated in May 2024. Despite being in the midst of a trial for fraud in his New York business, Donald Trump made time to attend his graduation. Melania made great efforts to keep Barron away from the spotlight, even though his father was famous. This allowed him to have a relatively private childhood. She hoped that young Barron would lead a typical life. She made sure he had a relatively typical childhood despite his circumstances and was notoriously protective of his privacy. A great change came to the Trump family with Donald Trump's 2016 presidential election. Melania and Barron did not make the hasty transition to the Oval Office following the 2017 inauguration, in contrast to prior first families. They stayed in New York instead to let Barron finish the school year. His educational experience will be more consistent and reliable as a result of this decision. This, however, in no way diminished the ease with which he went about his daily life. They relished the conveniences of life in the Trump Tower, which provided all the necessities for their comfortable living. Melania and Barron finally took up residence in the Oval Office in June 2017. Barron made history in 1963, when he became the first boy under the age of 11 to reside in the Oval Office since John F. Kennedy, Jr. Leaving the comfort of Trump Tower for the much more scrutinized setting of the White House was, without a doubt, a difficult transition. Barron adjusted to his new environment and enrolled at St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Maryland, a prestigious private institution with a reputation for challenging students. The Trump family spared no expense in ensuring that their son had access to the finest education possible. Barron demonstrated exceptional intelligence from a very early age. Barron was able to converse fluently with his mother and grandparents in Slovenian and English by the time he was 3 years old, as he was already bilingual. Not content to stop there, he also began teaching Barron French, as the majority of the Trump family has a strong foundation in the language. His linguistic repertoire now includes 3 languages. Every day in the White House was different, with its own set of advantages and disadvantages. Among the facilities available to Barron were a basketball court, bowling alley, theater, and swimming pool. Despite these advantages, any child would have had to adjust to the constant surveillance and lack of personal space. During his father's presidency, Barron kept a low profile. Melania insisted on protecting his privacy and avoided public scrutiny whenever possible. As a whole, Melania's plan to shield her son from the constant scrutiny of the media as a member of the First Family was consistent with this tactic. From an early age on, Barron displayed a strong passion for athletics. He has played on numerous youth teams and has a deep love for the sport of soccer. He was a member of the highly regarded Arlington Soccer Association, a DC-based youth soccer club while he was there. Participating in athletic activities gave him a chance to connect with people outside of his political circle and gave him a sense of normalcy in his life. He shares his father's passion for the game and has been spotted playing on multiple occasions. Florida became the new home for the Trump family after Donald Trump's presidency ended in January 2021. Barron attended a Palm Beach private school for his secondary education. He is now an impressive 6 feet 8 inches tall, having grown considerably during this time. Barron has kept a low profile, concentrating on his schoolwork and hobbies, despite his father's continuous political involvement. The formative years of Barron Trump have been defined by an unusual combination of advantage and scrutiny. The Barron family, especially Melania, has been there for Barron through thick and thin, from his unanticipated birth to his move from Trump Tower to the White House. Being the son of a former president is an extraordinary situation, but his interest in sports, particularly soccer, has given him a sense of normalcy. It will be fascinating to watch Barron forge his own path in life, away from the political shadow cast by his father as he matures and matures. Melania has tried her hardest to keep the press away from Barron, but there have been occasions when that strategy backfired. But because of attempts to keep Barron Trump out of the spotlight, negative stories about him in the media have been few and far between. There have been some high-profile cases, though, that have sparked outrage and coverage in the media. Criticism of Barron's looks was one of the first examples of this. Since his first days in the Oval Office, he has been famously unfussy about his attire. The Daily Caller published an article in August 2017 criticizing Barron Trump's casual attire and urging him to start dressing the part. The piece received a lot of negative feedback because many people thought it was inappropriate to make comments about a child's clothes. Publicly defending Barron, Chelsea Clinton, who had a similarly spotlighted upbringing, said that children had no place in political discourse. The incident brought to light the delicate nature of media coverage of children of presidents and the general tendency to protect them from unfair criticism. In the political sphere, Barron was also mentioned during President Trump's impeachment proceedings. While testifying before the House Judiciary Committee in December 2019, Pamela Karlan, a law professor at Stanford, made a comment that involved Barron. An attempt at a pun backfired when she said, "The president can name his son Barron, but he can't make him a baron." Critics said that the statement inappropriately brought Barron into political discussions.
The widespread agreement to defend Barron from political assaults was demonstrated by the subsequent apology from Karlan and the condemnation of the comment by First Lady Melania Trump and others.
Compared to other presidential children, Barron Trump has been noticeably more reclusive in public, which may help alleviate some of these concerns. He has managed to avoid the attention of the media thanks to this tactic. Because his parents have worked so hard to keep him out of the spotlight, he is seldom seen at major public events. Melania Trump, the First Lady, has also made no secret of her desire to protect her son from the press. She frequently uses her platform to defend children's privacy and has steadfastly argued that Barron has no business getting involved in politics. Despite its wider reach, her Be Best campaign highlights her dedication to the welfare of children, particularly their defense against harmful media portrayals. The public and numerous media figures agree that political figures' children should not be discussed. Because of this feeling, there have been cases where people have publicly and professionally criticized Barron for saying something negative. Chelsea Clinton, Jenna Bush Hager, and other prominent figures, including those who were first children, have publicly defended Barron, arguing for his right to privacy and normalcy. Thanks to his family's outspoken advocacy, the general public's support, and Barron Trump's relative obscurity, the young Trump son has been largely sheltered from the negative coverage of the media. There has been a concerted attempt to shield him from the intense scrutiny that children of prominent politicians endure, even though there have been instances where he has been unfairly dragged into public or political debate. By taking this precaution, we are showing that we understand how important it is to give children of presidents some space and normalcy while they develop, regardless of their parents' political standing. Despite their hectic schedules, Melania and Trump have made time to spend with their son Barron and are actively involved in his activities. In order to strengthen this connection, Melania would never leave him with a nanny. He was taken care of by her herself. As a parent, Trump has been instrumental as well. Despite the demands of his political and business careers, Donald Trump has shown a dedication to his family by being actively involved in the life of his youngest son, Barron Trump. Trump has tried to be there for Barron at important times and check in on him often as a father. Donald Trump has regularly demonstrated his commitment to Barron by supporting his academic and personal growth and by spending quality time with him at their New York City and Mar-a-Lago residences. Trump has frequently highlighted his strong bond with his children, including Barron, and the significance of family in his interviews. During the height of the impeachment inquiry in November 2019, Trump was involved in something notable. While the proceedings were going on, Trump attended a sporting event that was important to Barron. Despite the political upheaval and his duties as president, he made a point of being involved in Barron's life through this gesture. Trump reinforced the significance of family amid his public responsibilities by making this moment a priority, showing how much he values supporting his son's interests and activities. Both President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump have been outspoken in their desire to keep Barron out of the spotlight and ensure his privacy. They have both stressed the importance of Barron being able to grow up normally, unencumbered by political and media scrutiny. Trump's unwavering support for Barron's privacy reflects his commitment to creating a secure and nurturing environment for his son. It is clear that Donald Trump values his family because he is involved in Barron's life and even takes time away from being president to attend important events. His unwavering commitment to his fatherly role is evident in his efforts to keep Barron out of the spotlight and encourage his growth. You won't believe how close Trump is to his family until you find out the story behind the name Barron Trump's son. A Trump alias served as inspiration for the name Barron William Trump, which Donald Trump gave to his youngest son. During his heyday in the real estate industry in the 1980s, Trump frequently covered his tracks as John Barron while interacting with the media and managing specific contracts. Because it embodies a combination of his public and private selves, the name Barron had personal meaning for Trump. Also, Melania Trump's dad, Victor Canavs, shares a middle name with William, so the name William is a nod to him. This considerate naming choice honors Melania Trump's family heritage while also reflecting Trump's personal history. You would be amazed by the kind of people Barron already knows, so we have no doubt that he is onto something really promising in the future. Barron grew up in a unique environment, influenced by both his famous family and his own eccentric hobbies. Barron has been photographed with several famous people, including Elon Musk, the self-made billionaire who founded SpaceX and Tesla. There has been much curiosity and conjecture regarding the potential implications of their encounters, especially in Palm Beach at the Nelson Peltz's estate, for Barron's future. The key to Barron's future success may lie in forging connections with powerful people like Elon Musk. Having the support of a well-known entrepreneur could strengthen his reputation and fan base if he decides to join his father in politics. With Musk's support, Barron may be seen as a candidate with a vision for the future, appealing to tech-savvy voters and business leaders. But if Barron goes into business or tech as a profession, Musk's guidance could lead to opportunities for joint projects and other opportunities that suit his interests. The tech industry is notoriously fast-paced and ever-changing. Having a mentor like Musk could give Barron the edge she needs to thrive in this cutthroat industry. The impeccable taste of Barron Trump's clothing has also brought him fame. His outfits are known to be both fashionable and sophisticated. His impeccable taste and distinctive personality are on full display in his impeccable fashion choices, which combine contemporary styles with timeless elegance. The impeccable style and trendiness of Barron's mother, Melania Trump, have had a profound impact on her son's sense of style. Melania Trump, who was once a model and style icon, has been instrumental in molding Barron's sense of style. Barron has carried on his mother's style of dressing with impeccable tailoring, designer apparel, and accessories since he was a little boy. Melania's dedication to maintaining a polished image and meticulous attention to detail has surely influenced Barron's choice of clothing. The way Barron dresses has caused him to be a social media trend on more than one occasion. In January 2017, he wore a dapper black suit, tie, and white shirt to his father's inauguration, which stands out. Both the public and fashion critics praised his composed demeanor and refined sense of style. Another time was in 2019 when Barron was spotted in a light blue tie and a navy suit while on a family vacation to the UK. He became a media darling thanks to his self-assured appearance and charming personality, sparking debates about his upbringing and its impact on his style. Melania Trump has played an integral role in Barron's development beyond just the fashion industry. She has made sure that he gets the best education possible, stays healthy, and has time for himself as a mother. Even though Barron is a member of the Trump family and subject to public scrutiny, Melania's nurturing nature has made sure that she has a stable and supportive environment. Regardless of the details, one thing is clear: Barron is off to a great start. Now it is up to him to maximize his opportunities. Melania has had a huge impact on Barron's development as a person and his sense of style, so he always exudes an air of self-assurance and grace. Barron will surely get the support and mentorship he needs to carve out his own identity and achieve his goals as he continues to navigate his unique journey, thanks to figures like Musk and his family. Regarding Barron's character, what are your thoughts? Please share your thoughts below, and we'll catch up with you in our next video.